Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm going to show you my own personal tips and strategy for how to complete the Gold Rush trophy, which is the 70 gold missions. The best tip I could give you is to complete the game and then start a new save. You can always go back and replay the missions, but when you replay the missions, it starts you off with a low level horse, low level stats like 1 or 2 guns, no tonics. It is possible to complete, but it's such a pain in the butt. The reason I say finish the game is, for one, you can enjoy it. 2, you get a feel for the game. You kind of already know what to expect, what's going on with the missions and all that. And then when you restart it, you can decide what tonics you take into the match, what kind of horse you have, the guns you take. It's so much easier to go through. I tried to do the replays, and I got about maybe 30 to 35 trophies or gold medals. And then I decided to start a brand new save, and I completed it no problems. So you see here, I've got my save that I completed the game 100%. I've got a save here. This is the one I saved, a special save just to try to get the bountiful trophy, so I didn't have to try to pay off big bounties everywhere. And then here's the one that I did to get the 70 gold medals. So if we look here in the progress, see, I only finished 97% of the game. I didn't even finish the whole thing to get all of them. Most of the missions in Chapter 1 are fairly simple. The only one I had a problem with was this one right here, which was take no damage during the shootout. I always had one guy randomly shoot me somehow. I never really spent too much time trying each mission. What I would do is, before each one, I would make a manual save, and then that way I could go back to it and redo it instead of having to replay the actual mission. I could start over fresh and have everything that I wanted. But like I said, I didn't really spend too much time. If I would resave and reload it like maybe 2 or 3 times and I still couldn't pass the mission, I would just move on. So I didn't really spend a whole lot of time trying. One of the biggest tips I could say is, when you get to Chapter 2, do this mission right here, this exit pursued by a bruised ego. It's the one where you hunt the bear, because you can unlock the stables and then go get the white Arabian, because that white horse is going to be a time saver. Because a lot of the missions, as you see this one, complete within 12 minutes, that horse is going to get you to wherever you need to be quick. That's the best one to use. So most of these missions are fairly simple. This one, I either could get the 12 headshots and not the 80% accuracy, or I could get the accuracy and not the 12 headshots. I would run out of people to shoot. And then I was just trying my best to get enough headshots, and I ended up missing some shots. It was a pain in the butt, so I just left it. But a lot of the missions in Chapter 2, fairly simple. I didn't have no problems with any of them. Like I said, if I did, I just wouldn't mess with it no more. I would just move on. This one I knew was going to be a pain in the butt. I didn't even try to attempt it. Again, like I said, after one playthrough already, I knew what to expect in the mission, so I wasn't worried about trying to get this one done. I actually heard all the sheeps. John ran one of the fucking sheep over, so I didn't even get to check that mark off, which I usually do. And then we go to Chapter 3. A little mix in here. Again, just try to do the best you can. One of the best tips I could give too is to use the shotgun. So if it's ones that's like this, with the accuracy, the shotgun's gonna be a one-shot kill up close anyways. So you don't have to worry about, really missing your shot. If you're shooting them from a distance with a rifle, you might take 1, 2, 3 shots. 1, 2, 3 shots, that's 3 times the chance of missing your shot, so your accuracy is going to go down. So if you have the shotgun, majority of the time it's going to be a one-shot kill anyway, so it's pretty simple to take them out. And you see, I got pretty decent out of here too. This one I tried a couple different times, and I don't know, I couldn't get it down. For whatever reason, I got to douse the fields the first time, but I didn't kill the 5 grays, and I did it the second time, and I killed the 5 grays, but I didn't douse the field somehow. So I wouldn't keep messing with it. What I did too is, before each one, I would just Google what the objectives were for the mission, so I knew going in what I had to do. And then you see Chapter 4, I did pretty decent. This one, no matter what I did, I could not get Jules back to the damn boat. I mean, I don't understand how some people did it. For some people, it works. For me, it just I couldn't get them back in time. Chapter 5. Chapter 5 was a hard one for me. I didn't do too well, but I knew I wouldn't. Like I said again, messing with it before, I knew that some of these missions were kind of a pain in the ass to complete. Chapter 6 was really easy. This one was a lot of golds for me. This one right here, I don't know how, because I used tonics the whole mission, so I made sure like every shot hit, but somehow I still didn't complete with 85% accuracy. I did this mission probably 5 times because I knew I wasn't missing, and somehow I still missed. And then this one too, I just could not plant the damn dynamite for nothing. But like I said, if I tried them 2, maybe 3 times and they weren't working, I just moved on. This one right here, the 30 headshots, sounds like a lot, but pay attention to it when you first start. Just count your headshots so you kind of know where you're at, because eventually you and Dutch are going to make a run for it, and you're going to go down the side of this canyon. And when you get down there, enemies are going to keep coming to try to chase you. You can kind of stand there, and there's only one way in and one way out that they can come. So if you're counting your headshots, you know how many more you need. I just stood there, and when they were coming down the hill, I was just headshotting them until I got my 30 headshots, and then I went and finished the mission. There's another one. Let me see which one it is. It might be... yeah... maybe it's Epilogue Part 1. No, I don't remember what mission it is. I can't seem to find it. But there's another mission, the same thing when you're robbing the bank in Saint Denis. Same thing, Dutch will want you to come over and take dynamite. You need, I think, like 25 headshots or something like that. Same thing when you're trying to do that. Instead of going to Dutch, just sit there and the enemies will keep coming. Just keep headshotting them before you go over to Dutch and talk to them. And make sure you get your headshots. Epilogue Part 1, rather simple. Again, did all these, no problems. Epilogue Part 2, I didn't start off so well. I was tired. I had been playing for a few hours at this point. I just wanted to finish it. I knew there was about 3 or 4 missions here towards the end I could complete, and I only needed the one, so I just burned through these. I only tried them once. If I didn't complete it, I didn't even go back to it and try it again. I was just trying to finish it off to complete this, because at this point I was just tired of playing. So it was fairly simple. So like I said, as you see, I didn't even finish the game the second time around just to get the trophy. Another good point to bring up is before you start each mission, especially if it's for headshots or accuracy, go to the doctor and buy anything that has to do with like the bitters or anything like that that will fortify your Deadeye, because those things are lifesavers. I think you can have like 3 of each one, maybe, unless you have like the big satchels that carry a lot more. But a lot of them are, you know, you can't take anything that is health items, but you can take the tonics that increase your Deadeye. So if you increase that, it makes the headshots and accuracy so much easier, because obviously all you got to do is just hit that and you can get the headshots no problem. So before each mission I went to, if it was something that had to do with accuracy or headshots or both, I would make sure I would go over there and get the tonics, and then that's how I got all my headshots and all my accuracy challenges completed. But that's pretty much it. It's not a very hard trophy. It's just very time consuming, and if you really want to try it, that's, you know, some really solid tips to do it. I know there's videos out there to show each mission individual. I tried not to watch them. Like I said, I wanted to experience it for myself. I would just watch. I would look them up to see what the actual challenge was to complete, and then I would go do it. Another one too I could give is if there's a checkpoint that you got to get to, you know, like to start the mission or whatever, and you're on a time basis. Like I said, the White Arabian is good. You don't always have to follow the route that it gives you. Take shortcuts, run across the fields if you have to, and skip cutscenes. Skip cutscenes for 2 reasons. For one, you could get through the game faster if that's all you're trying to do is just complete the missions. And for 2, the cutscenes will actually take time away from your overall time. So if you skip the cutscenes, you could get through it even quicker and complete the mission in 6 minutes, 11 minutes, whatever the time may be that you have to complete. So always skip the mission, the cutscenes, and take the shortcuts as long as you're the one leading. Your guys, if there's people following you, they may get a little behind. Just kind of slow up a little bit, give them a chance to catch up, but they'll follow you no matter where you go. So that's all it is. If you guys want to see me, do any more types of tips or tricks, just leave them down in the comments below so I know what you guys want to see. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please feel free to like and subscribe, as I will be posting more future content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.